This is a wallflower. It radiates out color from the edges. This is the tower of flower. It is several wallflowers stacked together. This video is about the wallflower itself. Let's take a look at some video that we shot earlier and see what it takes to build this kit. Okay, so let's take a look at how we build the wallflower. Now you can see on the front of the circuit boards there are the bunch of rectangles. That's where these resistors are going to go, and that is what I am pulling out of the packing that they come in. I forget what the strips there on the sides. Pulling them out, and then I'm going to form them all. Well, I'm going to form them a bunch at a time. I'm actually going to put the resistors in all three of these. You only have the one to work on. Like I said, this is me building the Tower of Flower, which is just multiple wallflowers put together. And okay, I formed them. I am now putting them in, and you can see I'm putting them right where those rectangles are. And I would highly recommend, if you are not very experienced with kit building, that you put one or two resistors at a time and then solder them in, and then do another couple of resistors, or even just one at a time. It's better to go slow and methodically and accurately than to try and do it quickly. And this is time-lapse video. I don't actually work this fast. Okay, there I am soldering all of the leads from the resistors. And in a moment I'm going to be cutting off all of the excess. There we go. I keep a little bin handy to put all of that excess into in case I ever need a little piece of wire. Okay, now we're pulling out the LEDs. And note that I am testing them first just to make sure they work. The last thing you want to do is solder in an LED and then find out it doesn't work. There will be extra LEDs and resistors in the kit just in case something goes wrong. Now, when I put the LED in, I'm not putting it all the way down flat. Note that I am actually bending it over to stick out the side. So you're going to want to, when you put it in, you're going to want to leave a little extra sticking up before you bend it over, so that the bottom edge of the LED is against the edge of the circuit board. Okay, now what I'm doing, because I've got 4 LEDs on there, I want to make sure that everything is working. I just keep checking at each stage as much as I can. Now that is a header, those little pins, and that header allows me, I put it in the board for stability. I'm not going to solder it to the board yet. Then I can put the connector on there and solder it to those pins. Now I'm going to hook up a USB cable, and we're testing the LEDs. Okay, so now I take it back out so I can continue building the board. And more LEDs. There's only 8 of them in total. By the way, don't worry about the holes in there. They're actually for the Tower of Flower. The ones along the edge are for the Tower of Flower. The one in the middle you can actually use, you have a nail on the wall, or if you actually want to screw it to the wall, that's I believe a 3 or a 4 millimeter hole. I will have that in the details for the kit. So that's it, pretty much done. The only thing that I don't show on the video here is soldering the final soldering of the power connector onto that board. You need that power connector, or if you're building it yourself and you want to do it a little bit differently, you can pick different resistors. You could even put different LEDs if you want, and you will see a plus and a minus on the power connection there, so you can actually wire in whichever voltage you want to put. I probably wouldn't go above like 12 volts. Yeah, this is all designed with 5 volts from the USB. So if you just stick to the parts that are given, it should all work for you. And with that, I think we're pretty much done. Have fun.